Welcome everyone. Today we have a very special Summoners build, and I think we might have discovered one of the strongest, most broken Summoners build in the season or in this patch. So looking behind me, you can see Invulnerability Aura, and let's have a look at how often this aura triggers. I opened a tier 15 map as a demonstration. You can do pretty much any tier map, and yes guys, even if you're not running Summoners, you can make it work. You can see this aura is pretty much persistent 80 or 70% of the time. To show you guys what is happening is, we're using this new unique supporting gem, which will give us 3 random abyssal monster modifiers. Just to show you guys what those abyssal modifiers are, I want to show you guys over here. So over here, the abyssal modifiers we really want is Undying Will, periodic invulnerability, and this means we can have us and also our minions to become invulnerable very often. I'll show you guys the build itself, but let's have a look at the demonstration. So I run into the tier 15 map, and yes, I'll have the full replay for you guys to have a look. I start moving around as my minions suicide to kill themselves. I am pretty much consistently having invulnerability as a summoner. You can see the invulnerability aura and also other great auras and also massive radius of crazy meteorites that is triggered. So this is a summoner build that is focused on killing your minions, gaining additional mana for Mind Over Matter, and now we can get invulnerability. Because my minions are dying so fast, as a summoner I have a very fast minion revival. You can see I have a pretty much 5-second minion revival, and the uptime of revival is so quick that I'm consistently getting those auras. Now over here you can see the auras does disappear sometimes for no particular reason. Maybe it was overwritten by other auras as my minions die. And yes, for any developers that is watching, this is not 100% uptime. We're not permanent invulnerability. We're just like 70-60% invulnerability, so please don't nerf. But regardless, I think it is a little broken. So I want to show you guys when the aura do disappear, as you can see over here. And yes, I'm quite excited because I want to see how often the aura triggers, and you can see almost after a few seconds the aura triggers, and we're pretty much getting this aura very consistently, at least 50% of the uptime. And for the time that aura is not up, you can just play a little safe. But when the aura is up, I'll show you guys what happens. I can phase charge into any enemies without a worry, because I have tons of invulnerability and I can just run around and my minions will kill everything behind me. You also have other abyssal auras and also additional modifiers, but that's a bonus. So the biggest part about this build is that you have invulnerability 50% of the time. Even larger or even longer if you do have, better luck. So we're gonna fast forward a little bit. I do want to show you guys. Yes, when the aura is gone, and because I'm a Mind Over Matter build, I am still vulnerable to -7. And yes, please don't nerf. I want to show you guys the build can still be killed. Look, I almost died. So please don't nerf summoners. But yes, you can see the aura comes back, my mana is topped up, my health topped up, and I am invulnerable. Now I'll show you guys the boss fight. So coming over to the boss fight, as the boss appears, just coincidentally, the aura triggered, and now I'm invulnerable. I can pretty much face tank the guarantee, or the, what is this? The guaranteeing? The big thing that hammers you. I could pretty much face tank that because I'm invulnerable. And yes, our summoner build does have a lot more damage, as I will go through with you guys in this particular video. And the second boss was the Nexus boss. So we do tons of single target boss damage. And the best part is I'm pretty much invulnerable. I'm literally invulnerable. So coming over to my character, and just to move around, you can see my minions are suicidal. So within 2 seconds, it will die and the aura appears. Sometimes the aura do disappear. I'm not sure exactly why, but the next rotation of minion suicides, sometimes the aura triggers, sometimes it doesn't trigger. So it is not 100% uptime. Let's have a look at the most important part. And yes guys, if you're not playing summoners, this can potentially work. And here I do want to give a shout out and also credits to the Reddit poster over here, No Handle Brats. He said it's 80% uptime invulnerability. I think it's around 50%, and he's using the Wolf Pack. Now if you're not playing summoners, using Wolf Pack is not bad. But if you're using summoners, you have a better option. So again, a shout out to this Reddit post. I came across this as the game went on to maintenance and I couldn't log into the game due to auras. And coming back to the game, I was like, let's give it a try, right? It's actually working wonderfully. So let's have a look at how you want to sock it as a summoner. So because we're a summoner, we will be using the scepter. I'm going to switch the mirroring away so it's not triggering with your with animations and also random things. So as a summoner, I'm using this particular weapon, the rattling scepter. A very good weapon for additional minion, and the cost of the skeleton warriors is 0 to start off with, and with my minion reservation reduction, you can see it's 0 cost, and the next one is 10. So each additional skeleton warrior is only costing me 10 spirit. I can easily get a bunch of them. The reason I'm getting so many of them is that when they die, I gain tons of mana. And once I gain mana, my mind over matter overflow of mana build with Timeless Druid is insanely tanky. But that's not all. After discovering this particular support gem, my minions, those 17 minions are dying every 3 seconds or every 2 seconds, and this triggers the ability to randomize those modifiers. You can see the invulnerability is very consistent. So how am I doing this? Is this particular support gem? This is a must-have. After that, I am using an Essence Harvest. You do not need this if you're not running Mind Over Matter. And here, what I recommend is Minion Instability combined with Infernal Legion. Infernal Legion at level 3 burns your minion down very quickly. You got to make sure your minions do not have fire resist. And if they do not have fire resist, they die even quicker. And once they reach the threshold of 15% HP, they also explode for bonus damage and also dies faster. When they die, I gain tons of mana, as you can see over here with the superb mana regen. And finally, as 17 or 20 or whatever number you have spared, other than your DPS units, whatever number you have spared, as 17 of those dies, I'm consistently getting 3 abyssal modifiers. And you can see the chance of rolling invulnerability is pretty decent. So, what is the rest of the build? Let me take some water and slowly explain to you guys. Been crafting this for the whole day today. But after discovering this, I was like, oh, this just made my build unstoppable. It was great, now it's broken. Oh no, shouldn't have you said broken, right? So, I am using a number of cheap permanent skeleton minions. So skeleton cleric, skeleton storm mage, skeleton snipers, skeleton force mage, and finally skeleton ravier all have only 1 summon. And what we're doing over here is we're using the same socketing juice. So Essence Harvest, Minion Instability, and also the Infernal Legion. So they all die at the same time. That is perfectly synced. So how this works is, once they all die at the same time, having Minion Revival Timer means I only have 5 seconds for the revival, and this also gives me tons of mana and also free buffs. In terms of the main DPS unit, I am still going with the Spectre of the Valguard. Very, very strong against single target. And here I did get this gem to level 18 because I currently don't have the level for the final gem. I'm only level 79, but very, very powerful now. It is nice if you can get this one to 20 quality, and I actually corrupted this to 5 socket, so you don't have to buy the perfect jewelers, you can try to corrupt this yourself. 20% quality gives you 20% more damage. In terms of the supports, we have Feeding Frenzy, we have Multi-Shot, we have Mastered, because all the single minions we have give us massive damage boost. Together with Rapid Attacks and also Fire Enchantment, this particular set of units is doing a lot of damage. So much damage that I only need 10, and the rest of my spirit goes into my warriors, which means more mana and also more triggers. Now if I have more than 10, it actually starts to lag a little bit, so it's like undoing myself. Now, we're also doing the Raging Spirits, and over here you can see I didn't really use the Raging Spirits because I was so strong. But go back a little bit, let's get the Raging Spirits going. Let's activate this. Raging Spirit is pretty standard. I forgot to use the Raging Spirit because I was so excited. I forgot I didn't have any supports and this was not activated. And even with that, you can see the fight was very smooth. I was like, what happened to my Raging Spirits, right? So, Raging Spirits is supported in terms of Calling Strike. I forgot to socket those. Calling Strike, Main, and Raging Spirit can have Armor Break and also Prolonged Duration. Those are the 4 things I want to socket. Raging Spirit is triggered by my Flame Wall, which is very low level. It is a level 3 Flame Wall with Efficiency, Fortress, and also Rapid Casting. In terms of my damage boost, I rarely use Pain Offering, and here, because my minions are suicidal all the time, I need to wait for the minion to be alive, then cast Pain Offering, before they die quickly, right? So we have Dense Macabre, Prolonged Duration, and also Sacrificial Offering. Nothing too special. Now I think we covered pretty much all the skill gems, and let's have a look at the gears. So, strongly recommended to go with the Rattling Scepter, and then follow from the Rattling Scepter. I have taken away the Prison Guardian because he only provides me with 50 spirit, while this shield is extremely tanky. But now that I have Invulnerability, maybe I can use the Prison Guardian to get 50 more spirit. We're going with a +2 helmet that can be corrupted to 30 spirit, or can be added to +1 to minions with corruption. Very nice to have this particular ruin for the Rakesh idol that gives us 8% spirit reservation, so make sure your corrupted helmet is also socketed. If you guys are not sure how to find this helmet, I'll have a search filter available for you guys. I am actually a monster of search filters. So where are the search filters? I have so many search filters. I'll share some, of course, as usual. So those spirit helmets are selling for about 25, 30 Exile. And if you look around, my one was very cheap. I actually corrupted this myself. I couldn't believe I actually got this. So for the reins, we're going with the Ventor Gamblers, and this gives us tons of spirit and also some negative balanced resistance and also some rarity of item find. For the amulet, going with the solar amulet gives us additional spirit and +2 to minions is already really good. Now in terms of the amulet anointment, I purposely anointed over here so that when my minion kills enemies, I will recover maximum mana. This is a very cheap anointment. Now, if you have the currency, Warlord over here is a much more expensive. I think it's like half a divine to do this, or at least half a divine. The Warlord Leader gives you more damage and also more presence. This is one of the best for minions for the late game anointment. But with my amulet, I didn't feel like I needed it. In terms of the chest piece, we have the double spirit with the Conjurer's Mantle. I upgraded from my previous chest. The biggest highlight is the chest implicit, the additional spirit over here, and also the reservation reduction. So if you're looking for those, the previous video should have a trade filter linked for you guys, and then search for the Conjurer's Mantle. In terms of the gloves, I'm using those gloves so that my minion kills is counting towards myself. And this means the mana regeneration from kills is now contributed to my survival. This was very powerful in the past, and now with the invulnerability, I might not need this anymore. So I'm stacking all the 2% mana on kill, so gaining at least 6% mana on kill with over 2000 overflowing mana. And very standard flask, and also the Chaos Charm, and also there's a Chaos Charm, anti-freeze charm, anti-stun charm. I didn't divine the belt to the 3rd charm socket because I didn't really need it. For the belt, we're getting all the missing resistance we're missing for everywhere else. Now, if you haven't seen the video yesterday, in the past few days, I have been slowly progressing in my build every day and also updating the progress. Strongly recommending watching the previous video to see how I crafted this Timeless Druid live with minion reservation efficiency, and also here we have increasing tribute, and also additional 8% spirit. Together with the ability to use my oracle's free pathing, I can path all the hard to reach nodes using this method. So this is very powerful. And because of my oracle, I path over here to get some free minion revival. And this gives us the minion revival timer down to 5 seconds. So it's a big difference. 5 seconds, 6 seconds, the faster your minion revives, the quicker you get your vulnerability. Pretty hefty, right? Very, very powerful. Now, I have ascended 3 times only. I haven't had time to even try the moment of vulnerability. I could go over here for the anti-critical hits against me, but mainly you just need 2 ascension. Unseen path over here, and then coming over here to intertwine realities. And the unseen path, of course, we get the spirit reservation, some really nice bonus minion damage. In terms of the rest of the Jews, I think you saw those 2 Jews. I think there's one more Jew that is located over here. Similarly, minion provide us with 2% mana on kill and also some bonus stats for the minions. Nothing too special over here. You can get the bonus spirit, you get some bonus minion AoE, and I think you do not want to perk this. You want your minions to die as fast as you can. And I think that summarizes pretty much everything. Now, normally I'll give you guys a skill rotation, but you're pretty much invulnerable. So just run around, enjoy the game before this is nerfed. I think highly likely this will be nerfed to some some extent. So as a summoner, we get a huge freebie, and you can pretty much play all the content, because against the boss, if you time it correctly, your vulnerability triggers, your minion dies, you can face tank the boss. So what I do now is, did I miss anything? I think I talked about everything. Now I do apologize guys, I'm too excited in sharing this video. I might not have time to update the builder's guide that is over here, but don't forget to click on the builder's guide. I will be updating the builder's guide link, which will give you guys everything and also the updated information. I am currently not able to use Path of Builder to import it into the builder's guide, so this is why it's taking some time for me to manually input it. And finally, I think before we finish, oh, this is not the one, is this the one? So finally, before we finish, what I do is I'll showcase, or I share the entire run video for you guys to have a look how this build interacts. And yes guys, I don't have movement speed on my boots yet. Once I get 40% movement speed on my boots, the build is so much faster. And you can see, it does some really good damage against the tier 15 boss. We pretty much shred the boss within 1 second. So hopefully you guys enjoy the build. And before I finish, this particular gem, Socrates supporting gem, it was about 3 to 4 divine. By the time I bought it, it was 5 divine. And I'm expecting after making this video, it can go anywhere from 7 or even 10 divine. Please do not rush in buying this gem, because it is possible the developers might nerf this gem and then the price will drop suddenly. I don't want to bait you guys in buying this super expensive gem, but at the moment it is doing wonders. It is worth every divine I spend on it. I spent about 5 divine on this. It is crazy, and I think people are starting to pick this up, but they are not as strong as the summoners, because we have minion revival, we have instant minion casting, and then this gives us even more triggers of invulnerability. Just to show you guys one more time, there you go. Every second time this appears and we're unstoppable. Now, hopefully you guys found today's video helpful. Again, a big thank you to everyone on YouTube, especially our supporters, and also those of you guys who's been supporting me on Patreon as well. And we do have a new feature on the Majestic YouTube channel. If you click onto this, you can become a member. Yes, I've added this just recently, and this will allow you to have early access to videos that is posted a few hours or even half a day earlier if you want to watch those videos a little early. But yes, this will cost money. So please be aware the membership will cost money. And if you do want to watch videos normally, those videos will still be available after 6 to 12 hours, normally on the time we post those videos. And I'll be aiming to post at least one Path of Exile video a day. And this will be including guides, tips, news update, and also the latest tricks that is discovered on both the English and also Chinese community to keep you guys updated. And if you like those videos, make sure you leave a nice comment and also leave a like for those videos.
Corruption's a prison all its own.
You there, local, come here.
Monstrous wretch! Wilds take ya! out of mana! Wilds take ye!
No escape. Not this time. The guillotine. The dogs.
So, this is the source of corruption in this region. This...
Now before we finish, if you guys haven't subscribed, this is a really good time to do so because I'll be looking into the latest Path of Exile 2 news on different communities and also on our official forum, official webpage. I'll also be looking into the best build for each of the class as the meta develops with the Chinese and also the English community. So stay tuned for the latest update and also guides for Path of Exile 2. And of course, this is gonna be a big month for us. And I'll try to bring you guys all of the latest content and also guides for Path of Exile 2 to come.